Hopefully that is all sorted now. We've got Team 14 versus Gamolcus. I think it was Gamolcus. I may have misspelt it. Yeah, it's Gamolcus. I was right. Interesting to see how these teams are going to match up. Not seen either of these teams play yet. They just, you know, picked them up off the street. So interested to see what they're going to be bringing here to Chalet, the first map. Unsurprisingly, we're going to be seeing a wine cellar snowmobile hold. And unsurprisingly, we're going to be seeing Thermite and Habana, and then also a Thatcher to go along with it. I'm excited to see this vigil. I've been seeing a lot of that recently. Been seeing some really big frag numbers coming out from those vigil players on that rotate, on the roam. Absolutely fantastic when you can get it going. So interested to see how that is going to make an impact on this game as we go on through. Hopefully won't be having too many issues for loading in. Alright. Interesting to see smoke yet again. Seeing so much of it recently. It's been really pretty pivotal in a lot of the games that we've been watching. I'm going to see the... Yeah, you got head to that high ground pretty rapidly. Going to get that reinforced on the high area. Going to give you an overview of what they're doing, though, to the map. Pretty basic stuff. Probably going to be seeing some bandit tricking coming out from standstill forehead. So, not anything that's really too radical here. Going to be seeing Cypro get in that reinforce as well. And we're going to be having the Buck. Probably looking for some sort of upper floor advantage. Not sure what Standstill is going to be looking for, where they're going to go. Make sure there's no drones. I need to turn off my phone. I had completely forgotten. Get pinged everywhere. Oh, not even bandit tricking. Seems like Standstill Forehead is just going to be waiting. Needs to be careful. Might get Thatched out, and then the team is just going to rock on in, and there's not much they can really do about it. And there it happens exactly. He's going to try and reinforce it in time, but it's going to get caught. Really nice timing. Does get hit by the nade. It's waiting to drop it. Still looking for that bandit trick. They are going to be Habana-ing. They're going to be getting that Habana off, but the Thermite does not come through. And they're going to have to retreat further back into this site. They're going to be holding an angle. They are under a lot of pressure. There is this Decabi on the floor above. First pick does come through, and they are going to get called. They're going to get completely caught out. And now it's the opportunity for the offensive side to start looking for a way to push in. They don't quite have the way to move in through this area, but you definitely want to keep one of those long-ranged guns on that sight line to try and pick off anyone who tries to do some sort of rotate. Rook is going to be rotating up to the high area here. Might get caught off guard. Interesting impact grenade. Excited to see what that means. Is it Ghosty keeping an angle? Wasn't quite rotating. Is looking for that peak. Doesn't quite find anyone on this veranda. It's quite a slow game so far. They're trying to find their way in. Droning everything out to kill a drone. And here with small hands. Looking for an opportunity. They're just moving on through. They're starting to sweep things out. Dirk Beaver being very careful here. Doesn't want to get caught out, perhaps, by Ghosty. Going to be moving on to the site pretty quickly. But Slappy Slap does find the shot on this smoke. Really nice shot there. Holding the angle very well. And now the rest of the team will be a little bit reluctant to try and push that. Decabi is going to fall back. They've only got a minute on the clock. They're under a lot of pressure here. Jaeger's Web is trying to find some... Oh, nice shots there from Standstill. Does find Dirk Beaver as Dirk Beaver looks for that opportunity to open up those hatches. They now have only one hard breach and he has none of it left. It's going to be really difficult for them to move on in here. Jaeger's Web just kind of milling around. Not really sure what to do as Small Hands is looking for an opportunity to move on into the site. Doesn't get caught out by that hold yet again. There's no one there. Slappy Slap is holding much further back, but Super Snops is going to find one, but Small Hands gets picked off, and that is really difficult now for this Buck to get anywhere relevant. He's just completely in the middle of nowhere. He has 15 seconds to get down there. He really needs to run. It's 1v3. It doesn't look like he's really going to be able to feasibly make it down. Gets caught on the stairs, and that will be the end of that. Certainly was pretty darn good defending coming out from the side of Gamol. Yes. Gomolkas. That's the one. Gomolkas. A very dominant defense there. Jaeger's Web looking a little bit lost on this map. That's the team when they don't just lose so hard to that Jaeger, to the bandit trekking. Perhaps they will be able to take that point if it comes up again. Won't have to be something they'll deal with again, because obviously they did just lose on that, and therefore the defense can't go back there. We're going to be seeing pretty similar comps coming out, but instead of having that Thatcher, we're going to be having that Twitch, and we're going to be running a Jackal as well, which is important to try and catch out these roamers like Vigil. It's going to be good for the side of Gomolkas as they are. Now on the offense, is favoured in a lot of ways. Dirk Beaver. On this bandit, they've actually not gone for the basement room. They're going to be holding kitchen and dining and trophy. Just to see that, going to be blowing a hole in the wall. Not a huge surprise there. We'll get spotted out by these drones, but doesn't really matter all too much now. We called out standstill. We'll have the sightline knows where just vaguely people are. Just to see how they're going to start to attack this site. Not the site they were probably expecting when they came on in here. Certainly one that a lot of people have prepared for. We've seen some really nice and clean pushes on this one. I'm not sure if that's allowed. Super Snops on this dock. She could be pretty much sitting there. I was expecting some kind of spawn peak when he ran over there. Unfortunately, we don't see any of the cheesy stuff. Just gonna have pretty plain flavor today. Slappy Slap being pretty aggressive. Might catch Small Hands. Doesn't quite. Let's try and get Small Hands there. Sorry. Small Hands looking for someone to push on in. Knows that there's a player over there. Is looking for the peak now. Drone does spot him out. He's gonna be under a lot of pressure. Gets taken out by Slappy Slap. Very aggressive push there. Not something we'd really like to see coming in there. A lot of spray coming through the wall. Doesn't quite land on Killer Drone. Killer Drone hasn't taken damage. They don't know where he is. But Slappy Slap will find him as he tries to rotate out. Really sloppy play coming out here. Standstill finding another kill. And this is a pretty dominant offense coming out from the side of Gomolkas. No one really seems to be able to stop them. And yet another pick coming in from the Jackal now. There's only one person left, and it is Super Snops. Gonna find that Habana, but now under pressure from the below. Really nice shot there from him as he takes out Cypro. 1v2 now. Has to get a chance to reload. Doesn't have... Oh no, it has a full clip. I'm completely stupid. Thought they'd... Yeah. Anyway. We're gonna be seeing that Buck on the top floor. Can utilize that to their advantage. Haven't quite done it yet. Looking to see if they're holding close yet again. We'll be just removing the obstructions to get ready to push on the site. Super Snops is the last one remaining. Is going to get droned out. They know where he is. They're starting to make the push. Super Snops is trying to rotate to get out of here, but Flaming Spark does catch him as well. Under a lot of pressure here. They know exactly where he is. You might even see Slappy Slap just drop onto this site, but if he does, will get caught by the line of sight from Super Snops if he's watching. Does push on in here and gets almost taken out there. Does the dock actually finds the shot of Flaming Spark, but gets taken out by Slappy Slap Slap straight away with a Slappy Slap Slap to the face there. Really nice play there. They did take the 2v1 pretty cleanly, using the bait and switch. The old Classico. Or, you know, in this case, maybe just baiting your teammates, which is also an El Clasico. We'll be seeing this now. Kitchen Hold actually come out from the side of Gomolkas. They'll be moving on in there. Do also run this dock and the Rook. Interesting to see so many 3 armors being preferred by this team. Excited to see the Valkyrie. Definitely a strong pick. Gives you a lot of vision over the wide open spaces in this map. And a lot of those upstairs areas where you can hold pretty safely if you've got those line of sights from the Black Eyes. We'll be seeing a Finker. Not highly used, but certainly very effective in the right hands. And hopefully Small Hands has big enough ones to actually manage that. They will be running, yet again, this Thermite Hibana Thatcher. Seems to be their preferred comp. Just to see what they're trying to do here.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Be seeing them. It's pretty standard. Looking for those rotation holes. Interested to see what the offense is really going to do here to try and get one in here. Perhaps take this high ground over here, or perhaps just take the top floor, as we saw Gamolkas do prior. They might struggle, though, to deal with it, as we see stand still, dropping those Valk cams above the hatches, giving line of sight and giving them an opportunity to try and counteract that. I'm interested to see where this cam goes, actually. Stand still.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. Attackers are moving.
We'll be dropping it there.
Defender has left the area of operation.
There we go. Alright. We see Ghosty on this top floor as this dog. Perhaps looking for spawn peekers, it looks like here. Just need to see if they will be finding anything. Probably a little bit late now. Stand still. Still looking for that cheeky peeky. We'll be finding out where some of the enemy team is finding those shots through the drone hole yet again. We saw that a couple of weeks back, and people are still making the same mistakes. It's something we really need to be careful about. It is a very common tactic to find those shots. Kill a drone. Not quite sure what's going on here. Not likely to be anyone left there. Runs out of the Finker boost, takes shots towards him, doesn't quite get beaten out there. Cypro. Back of sight behind this bomb. Just trying to find the Jiggle Peak shot. Under a bit of pressure, but he's quite shooting at him. Oh, standstill. Standstill's been pretty impressive so far, honestly. There's lots of shots going on all around the map. To kill a drone is under a lot of pressure. They know exactly where he is, and he has no idea how they know. Dirk will find the first pick. Sorry, second pick for the offensive side, and Jaegers is gonna follow up. It's nice, as Killer Drone is looking for an opportunity to go on in here. Knows now where the guy is, but he is team flashed. This is Cypro's opportunity to try and find something here. To move on in, he does find the shot, doesn't quite find the kill. Does actually find it in the end, but it's taken quite a lot of damage for his trouble. It needs to be careful. They're looking for this peek onto the kitchen site. The drone comes through from Small Hands, trying to drone him out. But they don't have the top floor control. Standstill is still here. To be very careful. They don't take out this Valkyrie. They might struggle to move on in here because we've just... everyone's seen it. There's top floor control that can just hold a single choke, and there's nothing you can really do. Perhaps if they start to go for the dining room, where there is no one, it's only 2 players left, and none of them are looking at that site. If they can get the plant onto there, Dirk Beaver does find out with that drone. It could be in a good spot. Cypro is moving on forward, trying to find a cheeky angle here onto the side of Small Hands. They do now know, and Jaeger's Web is just going to move on through here. Gets spotted out, might even get sprayed. Does take a couple of shots for their trouble. Dirk needs to be careful. Doesn't know where Cypro is. Cypro doesn't win the fight, but we see Standstill coming on through. Does not quite find that diffuser. It is under a lot of pressure now. It is 2v1. Not a lot of health on the side of Hibana here, but will be finding that Finker. Doesn't quite find the shot. Not sure if there are any Finker charges left. Gonna check on that. None left at all, but Standstill's the one who's got to push. Has to be aggressive here. Hibana is still peeking, but there's not really much of Standstill does slip in here. Finds the shot onto Hibana. This is an opportunity and a half. does find it and clutches out the round. Great play from Standstill. Forehead absolutely destroys the competition.
Bomb diffuser disabled by defenders. Defender mission successful.
Oh, fuck the sun. I'm gonna have to close my window, my curtains, be right back. But that was a fantastic round. From Standstill, just held that top floor, doing a really great job, just, well, not dying, of all things, and then managing to clutch it out right there at the end. Looking pretty dominant so far. 7 kills on the board, only 1 death. They've won every single round so far. Could be seeing Zofia come out. Personal favourite of mine. I haven't seen a lot of it in terms of the University Siege League so far. I'm really excited to see how that works out. Blitz from Ghosty. I mean, it works. I can't say I'm a fan, honestly. In terms of, like, how the character works. I think it's a good pick, especially in certain scenarios. When you're in these small halls, it's absolutely fantastic. So, for example, on this site, if you start to push in from this choke here, it's not too bad. But, like, in general, I'm not a big fan of it because it's freaking annoying.
Attackers have located a
But
bomb.
I'm just... Gonna be seeing this bandit come out yet again. Interesting to see. Do you see the mute? We saw the mute on this site just a second ago. We're gonna be seeing this hole opened up yet again. Not a huge surprise. Important rotate hole for holding this site, so you can get into trophy room. Ager's playing very aggressively here. Trying to go for that beautiful fine cheddar. Just waiting. Why would you be checking for a frost trap? No, you should be checking for people. As To Kill a Drone taking up the same position as we saw from Cypro just earlier. We'll be seeing... I'm not quite sure where they're coming from. I'm trying to find them. Oh, they're coming from over here. Oh. Alright, trade back. Standstill does take him out. Is running the LMG. Interesting to see. Not sure if this was a recipient of the LMG nerfs. I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but it could have been. I don't quite know enough about LMGs, honestly. Not my area of expertise at all. You do see the droning start to happen. Slappy slap slap. Once and all clear. Will get it. They will start moving into this top floor and opening up these hatches. Pardon me. Cypro is checking out. There's no one in this bottom floor. They're just taking control of every floor that the bomb site isn't on and just closing on in like a strangling snake. Slappy slap slap will be giving away his position. Legion will know, but there's not much they can really do about it. They probably would have seen anyway on this cam. It's going to be a very sticky situation for Jaegers. Threat. The fuse has been dropped. Not quite sure where. Trying to find out who's where. Flaming Spark is under a Legion mine and needs to be careful. Orange team do have that bomb back, but they're down players now. Flaming Spark does find some shots, but doesn't quite find the dock. Kill the drone. On this site with Jaegers. Jaegers finds the kill. Very important to try and hold this site. Not quite sure what's going on here. Standstill. Still looking for something here. Oh, will get some shots fired towards. Needs to be careful. Sees the GIGN operative there. Doesn't know where they've gone. Might be some follow-up in store as Flaming Spark finishes it off. It's now 2v3 for the defenders. Flaming Spark. Hold this angle. I think they're going to look... Oh, really nice shot there to take down To Kill a Drone, and they might even peek Jaeger's web. They're going to suppress him, force him back into a bad situation. The Reds is coming through. They need to start moving. They need to get this bomb down. There's only 10 seconds left. What is going on? We see Standstill just rush on in, gets down here. The diffuser's down. There's 5 seconds left. They get down again, and there's only Cypro left. It's 1v1, and he just manages to run away, and the defender manages to win it out. Wow. That was certainly a surprising end to the round from pretty decisive Gamolka's side. Generally getting those plants pretty early. Standstill forehead being a little bit too aggressive in that scenario. Under a lot of pressure there. We do see the mirror coming out. They're going to random so far. No, they're going wine cellar. Trying to close it out here. I'm not sure if it goes to 4 to 5. I think it goes 5 actually. I know I have it set up right. I just don't know which one it is. Unfortunately. Also, pretty excited to see this mirror and the castle combo coming out. It's certainly something unique. Only a couple teams really run it. Castle we saw, I think, can't quite remember the name of the team, but there was a team last week who really did favour that castle. Didn't work out so well for them, but hey, maybe it was more execution than the character's fault. Who knows? That's actually a really nice gun skin, actually. We'll be trying to cut off some of the line of sights on this map. Something for being so aggressive onto this wall here. Be a pretty normal wall actually here. They won't be giving away, or well, they probably have already given away this mirror, but there's no mirror on this outside wall. It's just going to be standstill, going for that bandit trick. Did a really good job last time, so definitely expecting the same, to be honest. The same quality of play. Super Snops is just going to jog on around. Doesn't want to be dealing with that. They haven't got the hard breach, so there's no way in hell they're going to be making it through there. Standstill doesn't know that, though. It is going to shock wire this wall up. Interesting to see the stature without the hard breach. That's the surprising thing for me. Maybe expecting some kind of electronics heavy defense. Can't think of what specifically. Maybe Legion or Mute. We did see a Mute prior, so maybe they're expecting someone to really like running that. Mirrors do give a lot of vision on this site. Duck. Gonna push on up. Super Snobs almost runs in front. Almost gets shot there. The bullet's just whizzing past their head. Ghosty is waiting. We'll try and get the shot through the wall. Havoc is being really here as they try to move onto this A site, but can't really find an opportunity. And Ghosty finds Drone, and Dirk Beaver is left all alone. Super Snobs actually finds Slappy Slap here. Quite sure what that is. Probably on the, yeah, in this bar. There will be Super Snops coming from this other side, but the defense has taken out a lot of the rest of their team. You need to be careful. Super Snops does find Cypro. Will be looking for an opportunity to get on here, but will get taken down by Ghosty. Ghosty on this mirror, having a pretty good showing, but will get taken out by Small Hands. And Small Hands make light work, apparently, in this case. It's Flaming Spark on this dock, and I don't know the name of the other, but like, Standstill on this bandit. Last ones remaining. Not quite sure where Standstill is. Oh. Alright, there we go. That works. Tried to push on in as I went away. Sorry about that. We'll see it here. Tried to be aggressive and just gets taken out by this dock. Held the site pretty stalwart. We'll be looking for that fifth and final point. Will Gamolkas here against Team 14 on Chalet. We'll be having a second map, so definitely stay with us if this does end here. But you know what? I believe in Team 14. Team 14 managed to take one of those maps, and Super Snops has looked fantastic so far on this team, even when they've been lacking a little bit in terms of firepower. They almost certainly have it in them. Going to be bringing out a mirror of their own on the wine cellar. Will be a similar hold, probably. Got this bandit yet again, but this time they will have a Thatcher and Thermite to contend with. Not much of the same. Taking no chances on the side of Gamolkas against Team 14. Don't want to get caught out without hard breach. Team 14 perhaps not expecting the wine cellar hold. So he certainly would have been in a much better position, if not.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Had some cool, clean play coming up from Gomolkas so far. In most cases, Brains have been a little bit frazzled by the hot weather. Did struggle on that third round. No, yeah, was it third? No, it's the fourth round. Actually, my bad. Gonna be running this Jaeger. Certainly something to deal with. Perhaps these Sophia shots coming through. Perhaps the Thatcher nades. If they are trying to deal with
10 seconds to insert.
something like those Legion mines. But unlikely to see. Probably going to be seeing them use those Thatcher nades to deal with the hard breach. Anti-hard breach. Yes, it's not even placed. No reinforce is done. It's a little late into the round, but they are still preparing. Super Snobs going upstairs to the ground floor. Be looking for a flank. Again, it will be this hard breach push. A lot of concussion coming through. Slappy Slap looking for this opportunity. It will get bandit tricked even with Jaeger's Web completely unable to see. Does get... Wow, they're not using the Thatcher at all. Standstill does find a kill regardless. The return kill does come though. Dirk Beaver managing to find a kill in this bar. Quite low for it though. Might get punished. Cypro is here.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Interesting to see. They didn't... they managed to invest a lot there and get very little out of it on this hard breach. Drone is going to barricade up that door. Make it a little bit harder for these attackers to come in. Flaming Spark making sure it doesn't get pushed. Might be the worst possible timing. Doesn't quite get caught out. Will drone out this Jaeger though. Big opportunity if he wants to push. Doesn't quite feel comfortable doing it. Till now pushes. Has the teammates with him. Still looking around. Ghosty will be moving towards site. And Small Hands finds Cypro. This is looking good for the side of Team 14. They're not really being contested here. Finds this shot there. Really nice from Ghosty to take out Jaeger's Web. And this is an opportunity. That's a really nice nade. We've seen some great nades from Flaming Spark so far. Will be taking down players. Will almost take down that Legion. Will be taking... Oh. Slappy Slap finds the kill at the end. As the Legion Might does almost eat through Flaming Spark. This is an interesting highlight. That will be the map going over to the side of Gomolkas. Team 14 had it looking so good. And they really struggled to close out that round. We'll now be moving on to, I believe, Skyscraper, was it? No, it's Chalet and Border. They banned Skyscraper, sorry. We'll be going to Border. So, be back with you in just a second.